What's the first thing you look for when you suspect someone is lying? Averting their eyes? Fidgeting? A nervous twitch? Everything you've seen in movies and TV has trained you to look for these signs. And that is why you are a terrible lie detector. Studies consistently show that the average person's ability to spot a lie is around 54%, barely better than flipping a coin. Why? Because we've been taught to look for signs of nervousness, not signs of deception. And an honest person under pressure can be just as nervous as a dishonest one. The real science of lie detection is far more subtle. It has almost nothing to do with body language. It's about exploiting the fundamental weakness of every lie ever told. A lie is a creation, and creation takes immense mental effort. Today, we are deconstructing the psychology of deception. We'll debunk the biggest myths and then reveal 3 science-backed techniques that professional investigators use. The last one, statement analysis, is so powerful you'll never listen to a story the same way again. Let's get this out of the way first. The idea that liars can't look you in the eye is a complete myth. In fact, experienced liars often do the opposite. Knowing that you're looking for this sign, they will intentionally hold intense eye contact to appear more sincere. Fidgeting, sweating, a shaky voice. All of these are classic signs of anxiety, not deception. An innocent person being accused of something they didn't do will exhibit the exact same signs because being under suspicion is stressful. Their physiological response is to the stress of the situation, not the guilt of a lie. Relying on body language is like trying to diagnose a disease by only looking at a patient's 8S temperature. A fever can be a symptom of 1,000 different things, from the common cold to a serious infection. Similarly, anxiety is a symptom of countless emotional states. By focusing on these unreliable cues, we create a huge number of false positives, accusing honest but anxious people, while seasoned, calm liars fly right under our radar. So, if we can't trust the body, what can we trust? We have to target the source, the brain. The true tell of a lie isn't in the liar's nervous tics, but in the sheer amount of work their brain has to do. This is called cognitive load, and it's the key to everything. Here's why. Telling the truth is easy. Your brain simply recalls a memory and relays it. It's like playing a movie that's already been recorded. But lying is hard work. A liar's brain is running multiple, simultaneous processes. One toke suppressing the truth. They have to actively stop themselves from stating what actually happened. Calpure. Inventing the lie. They have to create a new, plausible narrative from scratch. 3 degree. Maintaining consistency. They have to remember every detail of their fabricated story to avoid contradictions. 4th, monitoring your reaction. They have to watch you to see if you're buying it and adjust their performance accordingly. This juggling act puts an immense strain on their brain's processing power. This is cognitive load. And when the brain is overloaded, it starts to make predictable mistakes. The goal of a skilled truth seeker is not to make the liar nervous, but to strategically increase their cognitive load until their fabricated story starts to crack. And here's how you do it. A liar rehearses. They anticipate the obvious questions and practice their answers. They have a script for the main story. Your job is to get them off script. The unexpected question is designed to force them to improvise, dramatically increasing their cognitive load. If someone tells you they were at a specific restaurant, don't just ask what they ate. Ask them where they parked. Ask them what the waiter was wearing. Ask them to describe the layout of the bathroom. These are mundane details that a truthful person can often recall, even if hazily, because they experienced the event. A liar who has only constructed the main plot points will be completely unprepared. You will see a much longer pause as their brain scrambles to invent a plausible detail on the spot. They might get flustered or give a vague, evasive answer. A particularly powerful version of this is to ask them to tell their story in reverse chronological order. Recalling a real memory backwards is possible, but recounting a fabricated one backwards is nearly impossible without tripping up. You are forcing their brain to do so much work that the lie becomes unsustainable. This technique is simple, but brutally effective. Most people are deeply uncomfortable with silence in a conversation. We feel an automatic urge to fill it. Liars feel this pressure even more intensely because silence gives them no feedback. They don't know if you believe them, and the uncertainty is unnerving. After a person has given you an answer you suspect is deceptive, simply hold eye contact, nod slowly, and stay completely silent for 4 or 5 seconds longer than is socially comfortable. Their overloaded brain will often interpret this silence as disbelief. In that moment of panic, they will do one of two things. They will either start talking again to try and sell the lie harder, often adding unnecessary details that end up contradicting their original story. Or they will get defensive and say things like, "Why are you looking at me like that? I told you what happened." A truthful person, having already given their answer, is more likely to wait patiently for your next question. The liar feels the need to manage your perception during the silence, and in doing so, they often reveal themselves. This is the most advanced technique used by intelligence and law enforcement analysts. It focuses on the specific grammatical structure and word choices a person uses, because our subconscious often leaks the truth even when our conscious mind is trying to lie. First, listen for a lack of self-reference. Truthful people speak from their own perspective. They use personal pronouns like I, me, and my. I woke up, I got in my car, and I drove to the store. Liars often subconsciously distance themselves from the lie. They might speak in the passive voice or use fewer personal pronouns. Instead of, "I didn't take the money," they might say, "The money wasn't taken." Second, pay attention to verb tense. A truthful statement about a past event is almost always told in the past tense. Liars, because they are inventing the event in the present moment, sometimes slip into the present tense. I was walking down the street, and this guy comes up to me and says, "This can be a sign that the story is being created, not recalled." Third, notice the level of detail. As we mentioned, liars avoid specifics, but also listen for padding. Irrelevant but truthful details they add to their story to make it sound more convincing. "I was late because of traffic. I was behind this blue Toyota, the new kind, and the driver was wearing a hat." They are burying a simple lie, "I was late," under a mountain of verifiable but irrelevant truths. Truthful accounts are usually more direct. The unexpected question, strategic silence, and statement analysis. These are not magic tricks. They are tools designed to exploit the cognitive pressure of deception. It's crucial to remember that these are not proof of a lie. They are red flags that indicate deception may be present. They are signs that a story needs more scrutiny. The goal is not to become a human lie detector, pointing fingers at everyone. The goal is to develop a more discerning ear, to understand the code beneath the words, and to use that understanding to seek clarity, not to make accusations. The truth is out there, but sometimes you have to know how to listen for it. This skill of discernment is more important now than ever. What's one myth about lie detection that you used to believe? Share it in the comments below. And if this video gave you a new framework for understanding deception, hit the like button to help others learn the science. Thank you for seeking the truth with us today.